Hi everyone, it's Miss Champagne. Okay, today I will be teaching from my book. This is actually my workbook called How to Transition from Your Current Job to Your Teaching Job. This is the corresponding book to my book called Transition from Your Current Job to Your Teaching Job. Okay, so let us begin. We are dealing with Chapter 1. Now, Chapter 1 asks the question, why do you want to be a teacher? The reason why I wrote this book and this corresponding workbook is because a student of mine in Rwanda had requested that I do so, and also a student of mine in Japan also asked the same thing. So what I did, I was able to combine information from the Japanese market, the Ghanaian market, and the Rwandan market about how you become a teacher. So before I get into all the details, I wanted to start with Chapter 1, which is why you want to be a teacher. And I think a lot of people really need to think about their reasons for wanting to be a teacher. The reason why I wanted to be a teacher in Japan is because I had lived in China prior to living in London. And I just wanted something different because I had graduated with my master's from London. And I wanted a new adventure, so I decided to do English teaching in Japan. Now, I didn't necessarily go there because I thought, oh, you know, Japan is a rich country and I'll make a lot of salary, even though it is a rich country and you do get a higher salary. When I was coming over to Japan, I wasn't really even aware of the salary or any of those things. I just wanted to come. But nowadays, I think most people are thinking more on the salary base, which is great. But my point is, if you're just simply wanting to be a teacher because of salary, you might want to avoid that type of mentality. And I speak about this in my book. The reason being, like, if you want to be a teacher, let's say in the Middle East somewhere, and I'm not saying the Middle East is a bad place to teach because it's not, but you might find yourself in a position where you have to compromise certain things you don't want just because you want this high salary. So all I'm saying is, please think about your reasons for wanting to be a teacher, and it can't just be, I just want to make money. I mean, it can be, but then you'll have to deal with the consequences of that. All right, so now let us return to the workbook. So I have some warm-up questions. Why do you want to teach? Why do you want to be a teacher? And then I think another thing is when you think about being a teacher, remember there are different types of teachers you can be. Just because you're from a country and you go teach abroad does not mean you're an English teacher. There are schools, there are international schools abroad, there are private schools abroad. I mean, every country has different schools, and you can not only be an English teacher, but you can also teach as a classroom teacher in those international schools or private school. Oh, and another thing, you can also teach at university. So I think you need to maybe consider which type of teacher you want to be. All right, and you also need to know the schedule of your school. So like in Japan, we start school in April, but in America, we start school in August, September time. So just know the timing because that all plays a factor in it. Okay, so that is Chapter 1. So Chapter 1, once again, asks, why do you want to be a teacher? And why? We'll see you next time. Okay, bye.